Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and we also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
what they've been calling another Superman teaser, a sneak peek. It's a 5 minute sneak peek. I guess we've been waiting for this for a while. Ready, set, and go. I will say, I think one of our fans, Ian, wanted all three of us. Sorry to say Mars couldn't make it, but we definitely do it again with Mars when he's available. What are your thoughts?
Oh, well, you can tell by the tone in my voice, I'm very happy.
Mhm.
There's some as a super with my Superman scholarship hat on. There's some things that are I'm not sure how I reconcile them, but you know, uh, I like the writing of the scene. I like the scene parts with Crypto, him being recharged, and then a lot of the stuff we saw already. But I like that they're embracing more of the Silver Age mythos of the character, as opposed to just putting those out to pasture like there was something wrong with them, and they were very entertaining aspects, of storylines for decades. So I do like the fact that they seem to be more readily embracing Superman as a character on the as what he has to offer as a character on the whole, rather than trying to quote unquote modernize him and make him into a darker figure. He's just not. But there's a lot of fun things to play with that they really never scratched the surface with, and it looks like they're trying to do that now.
It doesn't. This to me, the hard part is there's no. Feels like it's like the nostalgia for people who are not nostalgic. So it's like here we have crypto,
Right.
and you've seen crypto before, which at the initial scene we saw was okay, and they're like, all right, so people don't like to have the super intelligent crypto, but that's a present day thing where they keep bringing back crypto, and he's just a regular dog with superpowers. Now that he's kind of there's a different and owning animals, especially dogs. I don't know what a pit would do, but when you fake an illness, especially a dog that really cares about you, they are not. They are very emotional. So to see you on the floor, I can't see him to try to show how superpowered crypto is and him not getting it after all the time. The other trailer had him get it, and this one he's just stomping him out. So it's not my Silver Age crypto. This is the one we saw with Jeff Loeb that just is a regular dog. And so that kind of thing is not, it just feels like it's a little too cynical as far as, oh, it's a super dog. So a super dog, the hard part is you got to stay from the Cape. We already saw that. I don't like kind of doing stuff like that to the Cape. You have to keep the Cape just looking cool. It's not something that you can do. But obviously he's hurt, so it's okay. This obviously is, one of the classic movie designs, which, is hard to top. So it's a total redesign of Krypton, but it's definitely cool. So fine, that's fine. The harder part is not this stuff, but I need to see the actor a little more. I'm seeing him at obviously his struggling worse, but this stuff here is no bit of Silver Age in it. This is like this this using using the tech or having some sort of tech to do this sort of thing. I can't even say this isn't something that Marvel would do. I'm trying to think of a creator who would do this. I'm thinking something in the 90s or something like that, or maybe present day. But it's really this type of thing is because I mean at the same time they've slowly built to the solar energy, so it was something that they built to during the Silver Age. So this type of thing of gaining his power and losing his power, they did and obviously in the Golden Age you got a period where you get hit by a shell and he'd be picked up and that sort of thing. I'm not against that, but this as cool filmmaking, all it says to me is studios, this is different. What we have to do when we give you the next Superman is give you something different. And so this is clearly different. His S is different, even though it's the what's the name, the S from obviously Kingdom Come, where I think Alex Ross was kind of trying to do Kirby's Kirby-esque, but stylize it and just have I think nobody kind of looks at it like that, but it's kind of like, because Kirby at some points when he knew they were going to do it was just a slash, and then we have Alex Ross stylizing it. So it's kind of, to me, just a little, I mean, too, there's a thing with comic book characters, you know, and I think the other movies, even Superman Returns, there's a loss of power, there's a power, even the characters like Batman or Spider-Man. There are times where they get hit by something and it shouldn't necessarily kill them. But it, you know, some of the comic book thing, and I think I didn't notice it until Frank Miller brought it up in Sin City, being able to play to taking a hammer to Marv's head and still survive. And then you see that type of stuff translated lightly in the Spider-Man thing. The Spider-Man fights the Hulk, and he might get brushed or hit, and he still survives, and that sort of thing. So this kind of way superheroes heal, they don't kind of heal kind of like surgery. Like this is a wake through surgery scene, and that is kind of like this is different, and this is what Hollywood likes to do. They're like, clearly this is not the same. So we we tried Superman Returns. It's definitely, we did some stuff in what's that thing? The Man of Steel and some of the Superman scenes, and the other thing of him coming back alive and all that stuff. Here we got something totally different. We got like this the solar surgery type of scene is like, we've always seen the sun outside of like trying to translate what Frank Miller did and reverse it, like this kind of, not to say it's exactly the same, but saying have him go through where the nuclear power thing kind of hurt him, and then the sun gives him life back. This one we don't get to see the life back. We know it is, but it's just like really super technical, trying to add something. And obviously Richard Donner added a lot of stuff with the crystal stuff that doesn't come from the Silver Age. He just came up with his own sort of tech for that. Else, I mean, obviously, it might probably, to the audience might look dated. So they came up with their own cool stuff, and he's coming up with his own stuff for it. But it's definitely saying something different. And of course, we've seen this stuff here. Now people going overboard saying, "Oh no, he just broke that kid's neck." Like, come on, you guys, going too far. Oh, this right here. This is Jeff Darrow. Somebody's been looking at Jeff Darrow and saying, I just saw Rusty and the Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot. I want this in my book, so in my movie. So we got kind of that. So, but yeah, it's some of the things in here was kind of that's a little extreme. That's the best way to spell it. But extreme to in comparison to what's that thing? Extreme Comics wasn't as technical as this, but it's kind of has the tone of the extreme thing where it's like we're gonna put some extra bells and whistles. Or like Jim Lee, that would be kind of thing where Jim Lee hadn't done this with his Superman, but it's kind of what you would do. Let's add some bells and whistles to it. So those two things just kind of stood out to me. I'm hoping for the best, but those kind of things kind of were hey, we did something different. We're trying to do something different. The crypto thing is a little less different because they did that in like the late 90s when they brought crypto back, and he was kind of just like a dog. But now they just said, this is like super, super idiot dog. Like, like if you have anyone's had a dog that cares about you and likes to play, there's a thing where the dog is like, doesn't know their own strength, and there's the point where the dog is like, well, no, actually, the dogs of today probably don't get to learn manners. And I wouldn't think a Superman is not a person who teaches the dog, doesn't want to teach his dog manners. So, I would say he was old school in that. But maybe he's like the current people who just walk their dogs without the leash, let them jump on people, do whatever, and they say, oh, he just likes to play. Got that dog in him. But it's hard to say. It's something we're going to have to see when we go to the theater, because I'm not getting a beat on the actor, and he is extremely tall, and just not getting the bead yet. And some of the things just very brief, so it's a tough one for me.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, slowly but surely bringing me along. You're the second person I've had heard say that they want to see more of the actor, or they're not really connecting with the choice for actor. But hey, I guess though we'll get another trailer. We'll get some more reviews. Yeah, we'll see where we stand then.
Yeah. I just need another 5 minutes to charge up, and then I'm gonna go. He said, "Nah, this Lois. I'm chilling with Lois. F that." But anyway, all right, y'all. We shall be back with more at some point, and well, it's coming. The movie will be out soon, right? When does it say?
July 11th.
July 11th. So I'm more worried about him and the other person, but I definitely need now to see more about. I mean, this kind of sells. This has got the right heart and tone of the character, feeling even for his robot servants. But there's a lot of look at Hulk girl back there, looking like some sort of cosplay something or another. I'm worried, man. I just caught that. Good Lord. I'm saying the cosplayers could hook that up. Give them a chance to do Hulk Girl. Come on. I hope it looks better as it comes along. Look at that. Good Lord. Uh-oh. I lost them. I lost everybody, y'all. Oh well. This is how it goes sometime on the show. You lose your partners. Spinnerack is out.